Welcome back to Paint Talk. We've got another frequently asked question today. A few of those recently, obviously, since the series is just kind of in its infancy here. That's mainly what I'm working with. A lot of people, or quite a few people, ask, how should I take the finish off my guitar? For those who actually want to take it all the way off, there are a few different ways. And it depends a little bit on what finish is on your guitar. But the three main methods for doing it are to either sand it off, that's a personal favorite of mine because it's very easy to control, to heat it up with a heat gun and kind of scrape or peel it off. Sometimes, like for example, lacquer will literally just come off in one piece. You can just peel it right off after you've heated it. And the third option is to take it off with chemicals. It's messy, but they're all messy. So a little bit of information about each, I guess, here. If you're going to sand it off, make sure you are using no-load sandpaper. Okay, there's sandpaper for wood that is designed to cut and remove wood, like I said. And if you use that on paint, it's going to jam up really fast. It's going to get these little like paint blobs stuck to it, and those are going to cause deeper scratches. It's really not going to work well, and you're going to go through a lot of it. So get a no-load sandpaper and start with a higher, or not a higher grit, sorry, a coarser grit, like a 120 or an 80 even, and begin with that, work your way down, and then when you get closer to the point that you want to start painting, move up to 320 or 400 and you can prep it for paint that way. Okay? If you're using the heat gun method, be careful. That's about all there is to it. Heat it up, scrape it off. You can use a chisel, a scraper, just be careful. You don't want to gouge your wood. And if you have a that heater makes me angry. We'll be back. Sorry about that, guys. My request to go up and tear that heater down with the forklift has been denied for the moment. So, back to where we were, if you are using a heat gun and scraping your finish off, be careful if you have a plastic binding. Okay, the heat will melt it and it'll screw up the glue and it'll just generally make a mess. On that note, also be careful around your fretboard. Okay, your fretboard may be glued on with hide glue or something like that, maybe Type-On. It's very likely, and if you heat it up too much, that glue will release and you will really regret it. The same previous concept there applies if you're using the chemicals. If you're using a furniture stripper or something like that, the stuff's cool, it works well. You leave it on there, you put it on nice and thick, leave it for half an hour or something like that, and then just scrape it off, and it'll take the paint with it. But if you have a plastic binding, that stuff will melt it as well. So that's why I prefer the sandpaper, or that's one of the reasons. But all of those methods work. There are more aggressive ways of doing it too, with like an angle grinder and a flap disc, but that'll eat into your wood very quickly and allow you to change the shape of your guitar if you want. But it's not really a safe method for taking off paint. So I recommend you stick with one of those three methods if you want to remove your finish. And that's about all there is on that topic for now. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know, and have a good one.